Board of Appeals meeting for Southwick, Mass, on the 14th of December, 2020. In attendance, we have Chris Mastriani, Bill Liss, Mike Parent, Wendy Cordero, and Paul Gregoire. Not here tonight is Tom Stapleton.
Okay.
I think that covers everybody. So with that out of the way, why don't we just get started with our first application here.
Okay.
Okay. Please find below the legal notice for the following hearing for publication in the Westfield Evening News, School Street, Westfield, Mass, from the Board of Appeals, Town of Southwick, Mass, for publication over November 30 and December 7, 2020. Notice is hereby given of a public hearing to be held Monday, December 14th, 2020, online via Zoom to hear the petition of John Valancourt, 12 Rennie Avenue, Southwick, Mass. Applicant is looking for a 7-foot front setback and a 12-foot side setback variance in order to add a garage on the property. Okay, so Mr. Valancourt, I guess it's you're on.
Hi, good evening. Yeah, we'd like to install an attached garage to the front of our house. Our acreage is small. We have a 0.32 lot size here on Rennie Ave. And we'd like to do that just to, for safety and security. We got that storm coming this Wednesday. I can't get it up that quick, but it'd be nice to not have to shovel my cars out and from the snow and just be able to get in and out easier.
Has everybody on the board had a chance to go by and observe what Mr. Valancourt is trying to do?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a yes from everybody, I gather.
Yes.
I don't, he didn't stake it out, but just generally
I did.
where it looked in that area.
So there was an addition previous to this also. Is that correct, Mr. Valancourt?
I believe, yes. Yeah, there's a 2-story. That's what
Right.
the garage would be.
In front of that.
Yes.
Yeah. The first problem I see is the setback isn't 7 foot. It was supposed to be 75 feet. Actually, if I look at 20A, yeah, 75-foot setback, so it's a lot more than that because the house is only, I guess I'm at about 40 feet from the road. Maybe less.
Yeah, I think the house is about 40 and from the road, and it's about
Right.
20 feet from the property line.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
trying to squeeze that in there is pretty difficult. Have you considered putting a 1-car garage on the side of the house?
We haven't, since we have 2 cars.
Yeah, I realize that.
I guess
When
I'll
look-
lose again. My wife will get it.
When I
Oh,
when
well.
I
We all
When I looked at
been
the
there,
house-
John.
When I looked at the house, I kind of got the impression that where that 2-story addition was, that was probably a 1-car garage there.
And they put above it. Yeah.
They took the garage and sucked that into the living area, and then they built an extra living area above that. That's kind of the impression I got. But so they kind of gave up that garage, I assume, before you bought it a little over a year ago.
Yeah, and they're actually, I don't know if you can see that. This concrete area behind the house, I think
Yeah.
the garage way back in the day.
Oh,
And then they added that section here
Yeah.
with a foundation and for living space. And then
Yeah.
'cause there's no garage there now.
Right. I mean, well, you said to have it 7 feet off the property line for garages. On R20A, unfortunately, there's quite a bit of relief in general that would need just for the lot because of the zoning and other factors, but
You know, one of the things that I looked at, there are a lot of other houses in that neighborhood that all have the same situation you have. And it's like, if we open the door here, why would we then turn down almost every other house in that neighborhood
yeah.
at some point?
I mean, I understand the safety feature, but you know, like to my colleague Chris's point, to put on the other side, even then, I don't know how much, you got 12 feet, you're looking for the sideline now. It's going to be probably a little less than that, even for another 1-car garage.
Yeah, I agree.
And that sideline needs 50. I mean, the zoning in that area is kind of restrictive and a little ridiculous, to be honest with you. We run into this before with other properties with some problems, so you can get workaround because of the zoning requirements, but that far of a protrusion off into the road area is really, to Mike's point too, it sets a precedent that really is not in line with the bylaws, in my opinion.
Yeah, as odd as the R20A zone is, I don't think we would look favorably on a 7-foot setback from any zone
Exactly.
in Southwick.
Just makes it work.
So
Yeah,
that's just a problem in itself, and it's
Sure.
just compounded by the strange setbacks and area requirements and all, and for that particular zone.
So I guess what I'm hearing is somebody suggested a 1-car garage to the right side of the house. And it would not come any more forward than the house is
right.
set currently.
That would be a minimum, I think, at this point.
So that would leave a sideline variance, or the distance, I should say, not the variance, probably 10 feet or so.
Right. And you need 50, but that he can't control.
Right.
Yeah.
You think not?
So I don't know, John, it might be worth withdrawing and then kind of revamping and looking at what you can do and then maybe come back. I'd hate to put a no vote because then it locks you out for 2 years.
Okay.
On your sketch, John, you show a shed that you want to put in back there too. Maybe you can kind of incorporate that into a longer, a deeper 1-car garage, and you'll get the 1-car garage and the shed, but you won't get a 2-car garage, but it'll all be tucked into that one side of the house,
Right.
no closer than the existing house. I would suggest maybe, think about that.
Okay. Yeah, that shed exists already.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, there's one in the backyard with an S that already exists. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see that in a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
I think one of the things that's really helpful to us too, John, is if you can give us a sketch of it beforehand so that we can actually see what it is that you're trying to do there.
Okay.
I guess you had provided a sketch for tonight's. We're having lots
Wendy's third
He's
line.
all breaking up. I can't understand you.
Did we get the predator on line there?
I know. I'm the trouble today.
No, Wendy.
It's your turn.
Yeah, for some reason, I'm having a hard time with the computer.
Now we got you.
Yeah.
Shut the audio off on the computer, Wendy.
Okay.
Put the mute button on.
Yeah, I got it.
It's on one of yours, but it's not on the other one. Is your other one?
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Yeah, we had as far as the sketch goes, we had rendition of what the garage would look like on the front with that house addition above it. If we did something similar, I guess, John, if you're going to do on the side, that would be good
Okay,
with dimensions and stuff, you know?
I think one of the things that's also very helpful is if you actually put a stake in the ground with maybe a red flag on it, showing us exactly the distance that that thing is going to end up being, gives us a better sense of where it actually will go.
okay.
Do we have
Type-
anybody on board here who's a neighbor or something that wanted to offer comments or? No, I guess not. So you're on your own, John. No neighbors, no friends.
Well, you're gonna receive a letter from our neighbor, one of our neighbors next to us. They sent it today, so
Oh,
tomorrow or the day after, saying they have no objections to us receiving a variance to add an attached garage on their property.
So, John, the way this has to work is you have to ask for a delay or to withdraw your
Continuation.
continuation would be better. If you want to come back with some other plans, then you went to refile. We could just continue it.
Okay. All right, I would like to ask for a continuation then.
And that would, Wendy, that would be the next meeting, right? 2 weeks or? after
Well,
holiday?
Probably January by
January.
then. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not going to meet 2 days after Christmas. I think people will still
Come
be out.
on, no, really?
Oh, all right. We can meet Christmas Day if you really
So,
insist.
Hey, we're all locked in anyway, Paul, isn't it?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so, okay, well, if we did the continuation the next, we can advise when that would be, right? I don't see Wendy back on. There she is.
You there, Wendy?
Can you hear me?
There
Yes.
she is. Okay, yes, we hear you.
I'm here.
All right, so Mr. Valencourt has requested a continuation of his application while he prepares an alternate plan. So all in favor of accepting the application, the continuation, I mean?
Well, I've got a motion to accept.
Is there a second?
I second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, Mr. Valencourt, we'll be seeing you January. Wendy, what we looking at in January?
Looks like the
January.
11th.
It's what,
January 11th.
11? Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, it's, you probably weren't planning to start until spring anyway, I don't guess. Or were you?
weather dictates.
Yeah, well, yeah, with these temperatures, it's kind of hard to pour concrete no matter
Yeah.
what.
Yeah,
Okay,
All right, so we'll see you January 11th.
okay, great.
All right.
Thank you.
So submit
Good
your
Christmas.
sketches. Yep, Merry Christmas for sure.
You too. Merry Christmas.
All right,
you.
take care.
Bye.
Thank you. Okay. So I don't see Vitali on board here anywhere.
Who's the 207 area code?
That's Norm Cheever.
yeah, it's Norm.
Oh, okay.
Well, Mr. Vitali's been putting us off for what, 8 or 10 weeks now?
Yeah, since the end of September.
Combination thereof, yep.
And he keeps refusing to follow our requests for drawings or sketches.
Right.
I mean, total disregard for this board is what it looks like. So I don't know. I'd like to consider putting up a motion to drop this whole, whatever you want to call it.
Yep. I know there's been a lot of work put into by us trying to help, but
Yes,
Very little by the person that needs to have it, which is the applicant. My second opinion on that, Paul.
and there's also evidence, well, maybe, yeah, I guess we'll call it that Mr. Vitale was not at this last meeting that we had because he was at Board of Appeals meeting in West Springfield.
Ah,
He was he was on the docket for appearing that night. Now, whether or not he was there, I'm not 100% sure.
conflict. Okay.
So yeah, he's going to be at two places at once. Did not inform us except to have somebody call and tell us he was ill.
Yeah, I
And
understand.
of course, he must be ill again tonight because he's not here.
Let me just say one thing. I'm looking at the meeting agenda and Berkshire Avenue is listed at 7:30.
Yep.
So I think we might have to delay
Yep.
10
Good
minutes,
point.
10 minutes
Good.
before we make a
Yep.
decision.
Good point. Thank you, Chris. So, does anybody get anything exciting going on or?
Well, my only thing is we've had so much going around and round with this. Maybe we ought to just kind of summarize what we've done and where we are at this point with 106 Berkshire Avenue, just so that everyone's up to speed.
Sure. Well,
We have new people coming in.
Okay,
There's one new.
no, yeah, that's a neighbor. Okay. So I see we have three neighbors so far, but not Vitali.
Excuse me for 1 minute. This is Betty.
Yes, Betty.
Hi. I just wanted to make sure that you did get the message from Randy Brown about the water line. It was
No.
sent to Wendy.
We
Nope.
we have seen nothing.
I checked the mail too. Nothing.
Randy Brown sent it to you and he sent it to me. There's
It's a date on it.
Chrissy,
haven't
did
seen
you
it.
get
what was a
What did
letter?
So what did it say, Betty?
There is a recorded water line through One Brayton through that property on 106 to my property.
Correct.
It's the recorded easement.
Yeah.
And Randy sent over a letter stating that because I was worried about Vitale breaking my water line. Because he
Okay.
told me that it was illegal and that he could break it and I would have to just move it. So I talked to Randy about it. I showed him where I found the information and he sent it over to you because he sent it to me too. He sent it to Wendy for the appeals board and he sent it to me.
Well, for some reason, it never arrived at our,
Get it?
we have
Wendy?
not received it. No, we'll take your word for it. It's on the way. We can always contact Mr. Brown and get an official reading. So I'm not too worried about that.
Well, he's just stated that because it's been there almost 70 years, that if you actually, agreed for somebody to build, then to stay off my water line in that area.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, we were making sure of that.
I was worried.
Have some faith, Betty.
I
Have some
well, it's
faith.
hard. It's hard. It's been a hard thing. I'm not used to people going around over there, nobody was ever there and it's been difficult. It's
Yeah, yeah, I imagine
Now
it
I don't
has.
have any trees. There's no trees left. So,
No, there
Oh.
isn't.
All the better to see you with, my dear.
so you want me
Some-
to get a hold of Randy or do you want to get a hold of Randy?
Now, if he put it in the mail, it'll get
No,
here.
He sent it by email. He sent it to email to Wendy.
Yes, I don't have anything in the email.
I'll have to call Randy tomorrow then. Because he sent it to you and me at the same day,
Which
was,
what day was that?
I'd have to go back and look, but it was last week.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't know which exact, day it was, but
all right.
he's got the information, he's got a drawing and everything, all complete.
Yeah, it's a recorded,
Yes,
a
it's a
recorded
recorded
water line.
right away, the right of way. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
okay. Okay, I'll try to get it to you then.
All right, we're still waiting 2 minutes here for
Yeah.
Vitali.
Okay. I just want you all to know that I think you've all done a wonderful job trying to get him to do what he was supposed to be doing. Because you've asked him and I haven't seen him do anything that you've asked, but I have seen you all try. And I appreciate you doing that.
And I know as the board, with all of us at some point or another been to that property, Betty, and looked it
know.
over and walked it and
Numerous,
trying
numerous
to-
visits.
The little
Do-
flags have been moved of
Yeah.
where the
Oh.
water line was.
Oh,
They've been
yeah?
moved. There's like little gremlins going around in there at night.
Oh, you never know.
Oh, I don't want to hear that. I won't be able to sleep tonight. But people are throwing glass bottles in that property. I had McDonald's trash in the backyard and Dunkin' Donuts, and it's been awful.
I get that here in my yard. Oh, yeah, people come,
It's-
I live a mile away from Mickey D's and they were always throwing trash in the
yeah.
yard.
Well, take a look next time you go by. But I appreciate all you've done. It's been a learning experience for me, and you've treated him with the utmost respect. You really have all done that.
Yeah, it's our job.
I can't say that's been given back to you, but
yeah. Well, we appreciate it. It's a thankless job at times.
well, there's
At
a lot.
times,
Everybody appreciates you guys.
Oh, I need to put in for a raise.
Yeah, there you go.
let's see,
I'll
how much
second
is,
that. I'll second that.
how much is $0
Nothing for
plus a
nothing?
raise?
I think we actually owe money now.
Uh-oh.
Is Norm still on? Is yet? I don't know if Norm had any other comments or questions or.
Yeah, he's
No.
still here.
I did have one comment,
Sure.
because we had talked earlier about, if it was approved, the chain link fencing would be the only type of fence that could be put up. And I've had recent experience putting up a chain link fence at another house, and you can now buy privacy slats.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
It pretty much takes all visibility away from inside that fence. So if you ever to approve a chain link fence, make sure you say you say there'll be no privacy slats.
Yep, fair enough.
Baseball fields do that quite a bit now, so they can block out viewers.
Yep.
Okay. Ding, ding, Paul. I think we're on the clock.
Yeah, 7:31. I'm still waiting, but, well, anyway, going back to what we were talking about, that he has totally ignored this board. I wouldn't say treating us with disrespect, but you could say that. We've asked it consistently for drawings, sketches, anything, and he has submitted absolutely nothing. So I see no reason we should keep continuing this appeal.
I agree.
Do you need a vote to dismiss, Paul?
You will have to make a motion, and
I'll put that motion forward.
motion says what?
To discontinue continuations for any hearings on 106 Berkshire Avenue.
mean,
Okay,
should we deny it? Because if you say the other thing, he can just come back next week and start all
Right.
over again, right?
yeah, I think we either need to deny, I mean, stating it as you did, Bill, I don't think will,
Okay.
uh,
So a motion to reject
the
petition
application.
for 106 Berkshire.
Do I hear a second?
I second that.
All right, so we have a motion to reject the application by Vitali for 106.
He made the motion.
Pardon me?
He already made the motion.
I know, I'm restating it.
For the record, sure. And we have a second.
And we have a second, yes. So all in favor?
Aye.
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 All right, so the motion has been accepted. And
Oh, I'm sorry. Who seconded that?
I did.
Michael did.
All right, thanks, Mike.
So when we hear from Mr. Vitale again, I'm sure he will not be happy with us, but he's shut off here. He's got for at least 2 years before he can reapply.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Is there any other business?
Oh, nothing coming in the pipeline, Wendy, right, for the beginning of the year so far?
Nothing yet.
Okay.
All right, so we're just going to have Mr. Valencourt so far for the 11th of January.
Yep.
I'm still getting no news as to when they're going to reopen the town hall.
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
No. I've asked,
Okay.
I've requested, but nobody has answers.
Yeah, who does? I know.
Yeah, so,
Okay.
well, based on having concluded all business, I guess we should just wish everyone a Merry Christmas.
Sure
Merry
thing.
Christmas, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank
Merry
you.
Christmas.
Stay safe and stay healthy.
Yep.
Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you,
All right,
thank you very much.
social
Thank you.
distancing and masks. Okay.
Wash your hands.
Business grading
And
stuff.
wash your hands, right?
So, Paul, do we need a motion to adjourn, I guess, at this point?
Yeah, I guess we do.
All right, I got it.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Second.
Here.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.